My OB-GYN had told me that there was an emergency pediatric unit on call all the time, or actually at the hospital all the time, and that they'd be very well equipped to handle the VBAC, and that was one of the best choices, or the best choice in the city. I'd heard a bunch of good things about this hospital, and I liked the fact that it was specifically geared towards women and children. So you want to go somewhere where the hospital has a good experience and a good reputation to take care of you if there was a problem. But fortunately, it went really well. During the actual delivery, my OB-GYN was in there with one nurse the whole time, and they were both just so calm and relaxed, and the nurse was so helpful. Any question I had, any problem I had, she had all the right answers. She knew what to say, how to put me at ease, and was very knowledgeable.
You could tell that they worked together as a team. You could really tell that they jived well together and they meshed well. The staff made me feel very included during the whole process, and so that meant a lot.
Each nurse would come in the room and specifically address what they were going to do and who they were going to do it to. And then they always told me up front what was going to happen, which I loved, especially when they're doing anything to the little one. As a mother, you want to know exactly what they're going to be doing and how long it's going to take.
Once she came out, we spent a little time with her, but it was a huge relief to be able to have
a couple of hours.
Right, and take her back to the nursery, and know that she's being cared for properly in there. So just so that we could, relax and take a breath, before we started this whole adventure.
It's the best of both worlds, because it's really nice to know you can have your baby with you as long as you want. And it's also extremely comforting to know that, look, if you just really need a break and you really have got to close your eyes for a couple of hours, that, there's a trusting staff you can leave your baby with to see about her for a few hours while you recover.
Right after birth, it's quite the challenge to take care of a new baby. So having the nurse in the nursery at the same time, that was pretty awesome.
It's nice to have that option of the nursery at night so you can get a little bit of sleep. I don't remember them taking him any other time. We kind of wanted him around.
They got a great team of physicians and specialists, so your baby is really much in good care, and I'm very comfortable with it. I ended up having an emergency C-section. He was born at 26 weeks and 4 days, and we was transported here in order that he can get the proper care, him and I. So we was given that, great care.
My husband and I had tried to get pregnant for about 2 years, and we had a tough time, so we ended up doing IUI, and we're very surprised when we had quadruplets. It has been such a great experience here. We have received a great amount of care. Everybody has been absolutely wonderful. They've really done a great job. I'm very impressed with the care that our babies have gotten.
mean, Women's and Children's Hospital is a great place to have a child. I mean, I have nothing but great things to say about it. My experience here was wonderful.
I was glad that they had the breastfeeding support, the lactation consultant, even the nurses were very knowledgeable. Breastfeeding can be challenging, and if you want to do it, it's great to have that backup.
One of the neat features was the daddy wheelchair, because I needed that because I pass out every time.
The care has been absolutely wonderful.
The staff was incredible. From the time that we got here, everybody was friendly. They were on their game. You know, they made sure that they took care of me. And then they took care of this one too, which is really important because you know, that's kind of a big deal, especially if you may not understand at that age.
We didn't want to leave because it was so nice just having the nurses on hand to help. And even now when I visit the hospital and I walk around, I see some of the same faces in the hall. It's a good feeling to know that some of the same nurses are still here.
They can be assured that their baby's going to have the best care is over here. They're in perfect hands. As a family, I feel like part of the family, you know, because that's how they make you feel comfortable.
I would come back here to have another baby because of the support I got, the way I felt about the hospital, that it was up to date, that it was clean, that it was welcoming. The best reputation is here and the best care is here. And that as someone who's been through it personally, I couldn't recommend it higher.
We come here for everything, because if they're running a high fever or Annie fell and hit her lip on the bed one night, we can come to the emergency room, and it's not you know, hours waiting to get in. Even after the delivery, we still use Women's and Children for the kids exclusively.
It was a wonderful experience, and considering all the pediatric specialties that are offered here, I really don't see that there's any reason to look elsewhere for a place to have a baby.